I know there were a lot of players that could make it to this All-Star game because of different reasons, whether it's injury, last-minute plans, or whatnot. But can you imagine? I mean, you're a guy that worked so hard to get to where you are right now and one of the best closers in baseball. Can you imagine a situation where you do not go when you're selected?
No, because I want them to rip this jersey off me one day, and rip it. I'm not going to hand it over. And if I'm fortunate to be an All-Star again, I'm going to go, even if I have to fly a plane and then get on a train and drive a car somewhere like I did my first year in St. Louis with Adrian. So nothing's going to stop me from going there. Even if I am injured, I would definitely show up, tip my hat, just be a part of it, sign as many autographs as I could while I was there. But no, it's a huge honor, and I don't care if you're there for 10 years, 15 years, you need to go because it's really for the fans, and that's what this game's all about.
Every time I caught an interview with you, whether it was on Fox with Joe Buck and Tim McCarver, whether it was from the media day, a lot of the questions directed to you were about being traded.
Yeah.
Something that you saw last year with Adrian Gonzalez, before that with Jake Peavy. I mean, is that something that as a major league, I mean, it's part of the business. Do you get used to it, or is it kind of hard to go ahead and deal with?
No, I pretty much just joke about it. We have an ongoing bet at home. What trip we're going to make on the weekend if they're right. Each kid has to pick a color of what team I'm going to be on. Or, when's it going to happen?
Yeah.
So,
your son said the red team,
red
right?
team,
Okay.
I got daughter's the blue team. My other daughter says that it's not going to happen. And then the baby, he didn't really say nothing. He didn't say what we could understand. So, we just kind of have some bets if we're going to go to SeaWorld, Legoland, or Disneyland in the off-season. So we're just having fun with it. If it doesn't happen, then I think my kids will be really happy. But, I've told them last year, and I told them this winter, and I told them this year that might happen. So just expect it. So, they're not really too worried about it. We're not really thinking a whole lot about it.
And I know how much you want to be here. You made it very clear. No matter what, San Diego's your home. You want to retire as a Padre. But at this point in your career, you're 33 years old. You're very young, of course. 22 years old. But seriously, what is the biggest priority for you? Is it a chance to win a championship? Or is it being in a situation where you and your family are comfortable? What matters the most to you at this point in your career?
Just playing baseball, being around a good coaching staff, good training staff, being around good guys. I truly believe that you can win, especially here in San Diego. I know we have a rough hill in front of us, tough road, but we can build something for next year. I don't think you're out of it until you're mathematically out of it. We could be 30 games back and 31 to go, and you probably see me saying we can still go, we can still do it. So, I'm a positive guy, and for me, with free agency coming up and all that, I would like to sign something for like 3 years, 4 years, just because knowing that I'm going to be there for a while, and I could build something there, because you don't build a dynasty or a championship in a year. You build it, over time, and like Jed said, you got to build with the farm system, and the Pods have had a lot of bad drafts in the last couple of years, so it's just one of those things that sometimes you do need to make trades, and you need to draft better, and that takes time. It just doesn't happen overnight.
But I do want to ask you this, because this is one thing that I think Adrian made clear to the Padres towards the end of his time here, was that he did not want to be a part of a rebuilding process. He wanted to go ahead and win now. And listen, I know you can't predict what's going to happen next season, but how about for yourself? I mean, how important is it for you to go ahead and be on a winning team, a team that has a real chance to win next year?
I think we need to be on a positive team. For me, I like building stuff. I've built my whole career on working hard. So if I could be part of some of the build, I think Bud Black and I have been here ever since the very beginning. And I came here the same year Buddy did. And he wants to build, an organization that wins year in and year out. And we've had some winning years, we've had some down years, but we've always bounced back. And I'd love to be a part of that. I'd love to be a team that you can look back and say, man, we were kind of bad, but then we made it into something. And John Smoltz was with the Braves, lost 100 games, horrible, and then they went on and being a great team in the dynasty in the 90s. So, there's always that chance you can build something, and I'd love to look back and go, man, I remember those hard years, but look what I helped out, look what I accomplished, and I think Bud Black is the perfect guy to lead us into that direction. But like I said, you got to start somewhere, and I think we're starting in the right direction.